and welcome to another episode of Making a Difference on Buzz TV. I'm your host, Pam Vasilevsky, and today I welcome Mikkael Armao with Worthy Women Ministries. Welcome, Mikkael.
Hi, Pam. Thank you so much for having me.
You're so welcome. I can't wait to hear about this organization of yours. So tell us, what is Worthy Women Ministries?
Absolutely. So, Worthy Women Ministries is a nonprofit organization that is not only serving women online, but also in the community. And the mission of our organization is to help women understand their worth, their identity, and their purpose in Jesus Christ. So, we are a faith based organization and we are spreading the gospel online all over the world, but we are doing something very unique in the community with our housing program. And what we are trying to do is we are trying to address the poverty issues that we're seeing right now. Nationally, 1 in 9 women are living in poverty. And in Tennessee alone, it's a 40% increase. Outside of all of the other states, with 1 in 6 women living in poverty. So that's what we're doing right now. And yeah, there's so much to it, but that's the basics of our ministry.
So what are some of the ways you help these women with their housing issues?
So, when we opened up our housing program, one of the things that I noticed with housing in the community, and I'm sure if any of us watch the news, we see that there is an affordable housing crisis everywhere, is that when you house someone in the community, you get a voucher, but there's not a whole lot of advocacy that happens with that housing. And so we wanted to change that, but we also wanted to really teach women about the freedom that there is in Christ and his promises to us, which his plans are to prosper us, but specifically in the book of Mark, chapter 6, verse 33. And that whole chapter, it talks about how the Lord will provide for us if we could just keep our eyes focused on the kingdom. And so not only are we faith-based, but we actually have some strategic models that we use because we're hoping to duplicate this model with other agencies or organizations in different counties, maybe in different states, who are wanting to lower their recidivism rates. And they want to really break this poverty cycle. And so the model that we use is we use an individual support plan. So instead of just putting people in affordable housing, we're doing things like teaching them life skills as basic as cooking, all the way up to budgeting, workplace communication, workforce development, continuing their education. So that's a part of our individual support plan. But another piece of our individual support plan is life coaching. So dealing with some things that maybe have put them in a place where they are in a poverty mindset, where they feel like they don't have enough. And that can cause a lot of anxiety on any of us if we are constantly wondering about where we're going to sleep, where we're going to eat, what kind of clothes we're going to have. Are we going to have the right clothes that we need for that interview? So not only are we housing them and surrounding them with community, but we're educating them on how to break this cycle on their own. And that is a required piece of the housing. So we're not just offering a place for them to live, but we're educating them while they're there in the house so they can become self-sufficient and not go back into that poverty cycle. They will be equipped with the tools that they need by the time they leave our program.
So tell us, what is it that you need the most for your organization? Are you looking for volunteers? Are you looking for donations, a combination of the two?
Yes, absolutely. So as nonprofits, we always need volunteers and donors. One of the things that I can say is the strongest piece of our program is actually the volunteers that help every day. And our biggest need right now would be for mentors to mentor these women because they're doing a lot of work in the individual support plan to get back on their feet, to become financially stable, and to pursue housing that's going to be a good fit for them. And so they need a friend. They need a friend to talk to when things are hard, whenever they get tired or they feel like they're not going to reach the next goal. We know that whenever we can have someone in their life to mentor them and to be that positive voice in their life, that they're more likely to be successful in our program. And so we are always looking for mentors, but this is not just in the house itself. This is also for the women online in our community. So we use social platforms to build a community. And we are able to mentor virtually through those communities. So we are always looking for mentors. And then also, as far as donors, we need donors all of the time. There are all kinds of things that come up. We have women that come into our programs that can't afford to get basic necessities like legal documentation, like their birth certificate or their driver's license.
Mm.
And so when they come to us, people and donors can know that they're working a program, they're actively working a program to get their life back on track. And so that money is going to help them just break down some of the barriers that they face. And they're so diverse, it's case by case. And so we always need donors, and you can make donations through our website online.
Well, Mikkael, thank you so much for joining me today. I really think it's great, a wonderful way to help women get back on their feet. And the fact that you have mentor programs that you don't need to necessarily be in Knoxville, because they can be virtual online mentors as well, if I understood you correctly. That
Yes.
would work well for folks all over the state or country. So thank you again for joining me today. If you'd like to learn more about Worthy Women Ministries and Mikkael's work, you can go to iwantabuzz.com, and remember, keep smiling.